Well, as advertised, Martin Abrams is on the committee at Momentum and is Labour Councillor for Lambeth and joins us. Martin, hello.
Good evening, Tony.
What do you make of what you've heard today? And interesting, I don't know how much you've heard, but if you've heard some of the headlines we've been reading out from Labour supporting papers as well, Martin, what's your take on all the reaction to today?
Well, it doesn't look good, does it, Tony? I mean, balancing the books on the most vulnerable in society was certainly not in the Labour Party's manifesto at the general election just 9 months ago, and nor is it what voters voted for when they looked to Labour to deliver the change that they were promised after years of Tory chaos and cuts to welfare payments and public services, slashing international aid, maintaining the two-child benefit cap and taking away winter fuel payments from millions of pensioners just shows that this Labour government is continuing down the path of Tory austerity. And it's clear that Tory austerity did not work. So they're walking down a failed path. And I would really encourage Keir Starmer and Rachel Reeves to really think again and come up with something much more progressive that a Labour Party should be implementing.
Why is he doing this, Martin, Keir Starmer? Because the other day when he was justifying the decisions that we've seen today, he says the extended spending on welfare benefits is an affront to the values of the country. It's unfair to taxpayers. So is he trying to keep on board the middle ground rather than traditional Labour supporters, do you feel?
I mean, I don't even think he's gonna get that, because these cuts to welfare are really targeting some of the most vulnerable in society. So it actually really looks like the Labour Party are punching down, and the Labour Party should never do that. We are the party of workers. We are the party that should be standing up for the most vulnerable in society, for those worse off, and really pursuing policies that address the deep, lasting inequality in our society by redistributing some of that wealth. And the problem is with Labour at the moment under Keir Starmer, he never talks about those redistributive policies that the Labour Party was basically formed to implement.
But Martin, what he would say, of course, is he got elected, which is something Jeremy Corbyn and John McDonnell didn't when they pursued some of the policies that you would no doubt be in favour of. So how does he win?
Well, he got elected, he's got a huge majority, and that is a really rare opportunity for the Labour Party to materially improve people's lives. And you've heard from the impact assessment, you cannot dismiss this impact assessment into the cuts today. A Labour Party that is essentially going to make 50,000 children more cast into relative poverty, 250,000 people in total cast into poverty from these cuts. 3.2 million households will each lose an average of £1,720 a year.
Yeah.
800,000 households losing £4,500 a year on average. This is just not right. And, it is going to really hit people incredibly hard. And we know what happened during the last 14 years of Tory austerity. Hundreds of thousands of people, as a result of Tory austerity, essentially died as a result. So the Labour Party should not be pursuing this.
So you're obviously a member of the Labour Party. You're a Labour councillor. So what just existentially, as far as the Labour Party is concerned, is there yet another fight for its soul, Martin, here? Because there'll be you guys saying this is not what we're about. What happens? What does Momentum do next? What if any challenges can be laid at Keir Starmer's door? What's your plan of action to try and change this?
Well, listen, I'm not going to lie, it's very difficult, but, there are a lot of people in the Labour Party, not always on the, the hard left, as a lot of people would describe, a lot of people would describe those, talking about redistributive policies. I would argue they're actually social democratic policies, they're not hard left. But, there's a lot of people that really are disgusted by this, that go across the broad spectrum of the Labour Party. Party. You know, the Labour Party has always been a broad church, so I don't think this is just isolated to one single faction of the party. And you can see the response, as you've already mentioned, from, you know, what is normally a sympathetic press for the Labour Party, the response from the Daily Mirror and the Guardian. Yes. The front pages are going to be really, really difficult reading for Rachel Reeves and Keir Starmer. And, you know, what we really need, you know, because let's bear in mind, this is only a Labour government that's been in for 9 months. They have implemented some good policies. You know, let's talk about the renationalisation of our railways. You know, let's talk about the employment rights and, you know, and really championing those changes in the workplace.
As you say, there's no hiding place in the papers tomorrow, Martin.
There really isn't. What we really need is a Labour Party and a Labour government that will champion real Labour values. That's not hard left. That just means redistributing power and redistributing a little bit of wealth, you know, whilst standing against some of these horrific policies they're implementing.
I have got to go. But does that? I want yes or no, Martin, or else does that mean is Keir Starmer the man to do that? Yes or no?
No.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate that. Martin Abrams there, Labour councillor for Lambeth. Part of Momentum as well. That's interesting. So your thoughts, 85058 or WhatsApp is 0885 909 693. You probably thought maybe I was overplaying the paper.